Hello everyone, I'm Mrs. Koppes and I am your computer teacher. I am teaching technology at Trinity East, North, and South this year. Today we are going to be going over the classroom rules for the computer lab, and this poster is shown in several places in the room and it tells my expectations. And if you look down the side at the colored letters, you can see that it spells the words computer lab. We're going to go through and practice those rules today to make sure that everybody knows what's expected. The first rule is to come to the lab with clean hands. We don't want to get dirt or sticky stuff on our Chromebooks, so make sure you wash your hands before you come to class. I also have some hand sanitizer that you can use anytime you need it, if you need to protect from germs. The next rule is to operate equipment properly. That's big fancy words for use the stuff the way it's supposed to be used. So first, let's talk about using the chairs properly. We're now going to talk about the right way to use the chairs. The chairs are pretty heavy in here, so if you scooch it all the way out and then sit and try to scoot yourself up, it's not going to slide very easily. My chairs spin, and it's not for us to go wee like we're in a merry-go-round. Please don't do that. What we'll do is we'll scooch the chair out just as far as we need it, turn it, sit, and then turn right back to the front, and we're right where we need to be. Now, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, you're going to need your chairs up all the way so that you can have straight wrists when you're typing. But if you're very tall, you might, as a third grader, need to lower your seat a little bit. If you look at me right here, if I were typing, my wrist would be bent. And we want to have straight wrists when we type so that we don't pinch that carpal nerve. So I need to use the little lever that's right here. I'm going to lift it up, and the gravity of my body will pull the seat down. I only need to go down a tiny bit, so I'm not going to hold it up. I'm just going to pump it once. Let's see. Yeah, that would be good. I would be straight wrists now. Please don't pump yourself up and down like a ride, and please don't flick this because that makes a lot of noise when I'm teaching. We'll talk in another rule about what the different cup colors mean, but I do want to remind you that the cups that are on the tables are tools, not toys. Please don't unroll the edges or play cup stacking games with them or put them on your mouth. These are all things that I've seen other kids do, and they have destroyed my cups. I would like the cups to last for several years because they're rather expensive. So when we're using the cups, we will keep them on the desk at the front, away from us. When we need to flip it, we flip it, and we leave it alone. We're not going to play with them or fidget with them. If at any time you need to bring a fidget to class, I have no problem with that. You're always allowed to do that. But my cups are not your fidgets. One more piece of equipment that I'd like to talk about are the mice. I will let you use computer mice in my classrooms. Please do not pull the stickers off. The stickers are there so that the kindergartners know exactly where to put their pointer finger to click. So we want to leave those there. There is also a cord keeper on them. Please leave the cord keeper on and don't pull the cords out of the cord keeper. I have left enough cord that you have plenty of room to plug in the mouse and use it effectively. We want to keep all this extra of the 6-foot cord bound up so that the cords aren't all over the place getting tangled. Another important piece of equipment we use is our Chromebooks. We care for our Chromebooks by turning them off and plugging them in at home every night. Before you go to bed, you should put your Chromebook to bed. And be careful not to put it on the floor where it might get stepped on. We carry our Chromebooks with 2 hands or zipped in the case and then can carry it with the handle. We'll talk more later this year about using our Chromebook responsibly and being good digital citizens. Our third rule is to make sure you follow school policies and safety rules. Is our computer lab part of the school? Of course it is. So do we have to follow school rules? Of course we do. That's going to be things such as no running, keep hands, feet, and other objects to yourself. All of those rules apply in our classroom. The next rule is to pay attention and follow teachers' directions the first time. I only see your class for 40 minutes once a week, and if you're my Monday kids, I see you even less. So for us to get through all of our exciting activities, I need everyone to follow my directions the first time. If I give a direction to the class, but then I have to repeat it for you, and you, and you, and you, we're not going to get anything done. And we're not going to have enough time for our fun stuff. There is one of me, there are lots of you. So when I give the class a direction, I need you to pay attention and to follow that direction right away. Sometimes it's hard to stop what we're doing and move on to something else, and I understand that that can be frustrating, but it's really important that we work together as a team. And as the team captain, I need you to obey right away. Our next rule is to use the cups to get the teacher's attention. Normally in class, you raise your hand when you want the teacher's attention, and you can do that when we're seated together on the floor going over directions. But when you're on your Chromebooks, you'll use the cups. This is because you need both hands to use the computer properly. If one hand is in the air trying to get my attention, you can no longer use the computer the right way. So there is a set of cups sitting at every computer workstation. Okay, so let's talk about what each of the colors of the cups mean. When your cups are on green, that means that everything is good to go. Green is good. But sometimes when you're working on the Chromebooks, you're going to have a question. At that point, you will flip your cup to yellow and set it on the table. Please don't wave your cups in the air or tap them on the table to get my attention. And please don't put the cups on the table next to each other, because I don't know what color that is. A yellow cup means you have a question, and I will come to you and help you with your Chromebook question. Sometimes, though, you might need me right away because your computer is broken. Maybe we're working on a typing program and you're pressing the letters, but that letter key has broken and it won't type. If your computer breaks, that is a computer emergency, and you'll use your red cup. That way I know I need to get to you right away because you can't do anything until it's fixed. And our last cup is the blue cup. The blue cup means that you're done. We won't use this for every single step that we finish, but sometimes I need to know when your project is finished so I can check you off the list or help you submit or help you print. The blue cup is the done cup for that. All right, let's see if you know which cup is which. Which one would be the question cup? Yellow. Which one would be the done cup? Blue. Which one would be the good cup? Green. And which one would be the computer emergency, the broken computer cup? Red. Please keep in mind that these are all for help with the computers. If you ever have a body emergency, get out of your seat and tell me. Don't flip your cup to yellow and wait for me to come to you when you need the bathroom and then you end up peeing in the seat. Or flip to red because you feel like you're going to throw up and you're going to be sick and then you're waiting for me to get there and you end up throwing up on my floor. I don't want your bodily fluids in my class. So remember that the cups are for computer issues, and if you have a body issue, come to me. The next rule is talk quietly when permitted. Don't talk when the teacher is talking. During work time, you will be allowed to talk quietly to your neighbors. I have no problem with that. But as soon as I give a direction, I'm going to need you to zip those lips and pay attention so that you're able to follow the directions the first time. If the class is talking and not working, you're going to get a warning, and then you may lose those talking privileges. If the class is getting louder and louder and louder, and it gets so loud in here, again, you're going to get warnings. I'll give you 2 warnings, but then third strike, you're out, and you will not be allowed to talk during work time for the rest of the class. Next class, it'll be a new try, but we need to make sure that we're following the expectations. So whisper voices while you're working, keep working, and make sure that you zip those lips when I give a direction. The next rule is to eat and drink outside the lab and water bottles on the front on the floor. We cannot have food or liquid near the computers where they can damage the electronics. If there is a medical reason that you need to have a water bottle in the computer lab, that's fine. We'll just make sure you have access to it while still keeping it away from the Chromebooks. So we'll keep it on the floor at the front of the room, and you can help yourself to drinks as much as you need, and then you'll go back to your seat to work on your Chromebook. R is to remember to bring your charged Chromebook and Quick Card. Part of your grade is showing readiness to learn, and you can't be ready to learn computer skills if you don't have a computer. You need to charge your Chromebook every evening and bring it to school every day, but that's especially important on the days that you have technology class. You also need to make sure that you've either memorized the username and password so that you can type it in, or that you've brought your quick card to log in. Not being prepared for class is a waste of time and does not show readiness to learn. And readiness to learn is 40% of your grade, so please make sure that you are prepared. L is leave your workstation ready for the next person. My classes are back to back, so we have to make sure things are ready for the next group. That will mean pushing in your chair, cups flip back to green to the left of the seat number, my computer mouse to the right of the seat number. If you borrow my headphones, you'll need to return those to the appropriate bin. And if you brought your own mouse or headphones, obviously you'll pack those up and take them with you. After following my cleanup directions, you will stand behind your pushed-in chair and wait for your group to be called in line. A is always treat everyone with respect. I don't like to raise my voice because I don't think yelling is very respectful. I will try very hard to treat you with respect, even if you are having a hard time being respectful to me or to a classmate. Everyone has bad moments from time to time, including me, and I will try to help you work through them. However, if you are repeatedly disrespectful or if you are danger to someone else, you are hurting someone else, that is when you will hear me yell, and that behavior will result in consequences. Finally, our last rule is to be ready to learn something new when you come to the lab. You can play games and watch videos on your own time. You know how to do that. I'm going to teach you cool new things that you can do on your computers. We'll have focuses on typing, where we learn touch typing, beginning with the end of first grade. All groups will learn proper conventions of spaces and punctuation, and we'll learn how to edit our things. We'll also do computer programming through code.org, and in the upper grades through Scratch. We'll do internet safety and digital design, where we work on visual literacy skills. So many cool projects and computer apps that we are going to use, and we're really going to have a great time. So I cannot wait to get started with you on all of these fun things. It's going to be a great year.